Hello guys, and welcome to yet another in-depth review here on NT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, and today I'm super excited to give you a review on the 2017 Chevy Camaro 1SS. But it's not just any 1SS, this has the optional 1LE performance package. So this is a new package for 2017. It has been offered in the 5th gen Camaro, and as I understand, it has been offered in a few other different Camaros in past years. So let's go ahead and see what makes this Camaro different than the 2SS that we reviewed in the summertime. Now before we get started, I'd like to thank Terryville Chevrolet in Terryville, Connecticut for allowing me to take a look at the car in today's video. Now if you're interested in purchasing any Chevy from this dealership, go ahead and check out the description box where I listed all their contact information. So to start off, I usually list all the options this car has, but this car has a very big options list, as you can see here. So I have the window sticker with me. You see that the 1LE performance package costs $6,500. You got the 20-inch wheels, magnetic ride control, Recaro performance front bucket seats, electronic limited slip differential, dual mode exhaust, Brembo performance brakes, we will get into those a little bit later, a heads-up display, blade spoiler, hood wrap, front splitter. You also get a suede shift knob and steering wheel, and you also get these amazing supercar tires. You also have the $1,300 option for the performance data recorder. This one also has a silver trim kit that's illuminated. Has the bright yellow paint, which looks absolutely amazing. You also have suede and knee bolsters inside, and the 1LE hash mark decals. So definitely really cool loaded up car that we get to check out today. I am really excited if you can't tell. Now looking at the side profile of the car, our wheelbase stands at 110.7 inches, just like the regular Camaro, but you have 10 different color options, this one being the bright yellow if you couldn't tell. Now taking a look at the back profile of this vehicle, wow, just look at that. Of course, rear-wheel drive comes standard with the Camaro on all trim levels. Okay, so now let's go ahead and start getting into detail up here on the front, starting with the headlamps. Now headlamps are just what you would expect from the Camaro 2SS that we saw earlier. You have LED daytime running accents both here, and then you also have your HID bulb used for both your high and low beams. Now what makes this car stand apart from the regular SS is this front splitter down here used for the downforce. And you also have this satin black hood wrap right there that looks absolutely amazing. This car is absolutely stunning looking. Okay, so taking a look at the side over here, we have 20-inch wheels that look great. They look like they're painted in black. And our tires measure 285/30 in the front. Also, as I mentioned earlier, you have 6-piston Brembo brake calipers. And look how massive the ventilated rotors are. Another thing I'd like to talk about while we're down here is the magnetic ride control, which again comes with the 1LE package. Now what that does is it gives you 3 different modes, and depending on what mode you're in, the suspension will firm or soft up depending on which mode you're in again. Now up here you can kind of make out these decals right here that are optional on the hood there. You also have, of course, the Camaro Emblem, 6th generation Camaro Emblem, of course. It's nice satin black mirrors. Just look at the lines of this car. You have smart key entry on the door handles there. Now looking at the back here, you have 4-piston calipers back here. Also ventilated rotors as well. Beautiful design for the wheels. Now looking at the back, we have full LED tail lamps. SS badging and our dual mode performance exhaust. Sounds amazing. We'll of course demo that. What video wouldn't? And you also have this spoiler here. Nice satin black. Give you lots of downforce when you're going around Lime Rock. So that pretty much does it for the exterior of the vehicle. Now let's go ahead and check out the fun part, what's underneath the hood. Alright, well there she is. This 1LE does have the 6.2 liter V8, of course putting out 455 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 455 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. Now for the first time, you can get the 1LE package with an LT Camaro coming with the 3.6 liter V6, and I will show you the power outlets, or outputs rather, in the next slide. Really nice that you could actually see some metal in there, it's not just all the plastic cover. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out the interior, but not before checking out the smart key entry system like I talked about earlier. Now you have to have the key fob on you or near the vehicle for the system to work, but the way it does work is you press this button right here and all the doors will lock, and when you want to get back in the vehicle you just press it again and the door unlocks. Now the window does slide down a bit to clear the frame of the vehicle. Nice big door panel right here, really nice design, lots of stuff going on. Your nice padded elbow rest right there. Nice sort of satin chrome door handle, lock unlock. You have your mirror and window controls. Nice satin right work going there, and you also see this strip right here which is ambient lighting. 6-speaker audio system, you have 1 speaker right there. Trunk release. You also have a little bit of storage right there. Nice padding right over here where your arm is going to rest. A little bit of stitching as well. Now inside we have a nice air vent, gauge dimmer, as well as your heads-up display controls. Steering wheel's tilt telescoping by this lever right there you have to unlock. Taking a look down here, you have your hood release like you saw earlier, dead pedal, and then the rest of your pedals. And by the way, the 1LE package is only available with the 6-speed manual, so just keep that in mind. Now another really cool feature that the 1LE package gives you are these amazing Recaro bucket seats. So really nice, you have some really cool bolsters right here. Some stitching, then you have some suede on the inside there. Some gray accents. And it is 8-way powered. So now let's go ahead and check out the rest of the interior. Get out of the cold for a little while. Okay, so I have the key fob for the vehicle. It's a very nice new key fob that Chevy's starting to use on all their cars. You have an unlock, lock, trunk release, and a panic alarm. Now you don't see a remote start because it does have the manual transmission. But if you do get the automatic transmission, now remember you can't get a 1LE with automatic, but you will get the remote start. Now all you really need to do to start the vehicle is make sure the key is in the inside of the vehicle, and we also have push button ignition. The way you do this is you have to make sure your foot's on the clutch and go ahead and locate the engine start stop button right there. Wow, listen to that. go ahead and start here with the steering wheel. Really nice steering wheel. It's got really nice texture. It's a suede. You have some stitching on the inside. Nice bolster right here. Now you have all your cruise control settings right here. You have favorites right down here. Coming down here we have the 50 emblem. Now every 2017 Camaro will get that emblem because of course it is the 50th anniversary of the Camaro. You have rev match paddles right here behind the steering wheel. You also have all of your sort of media controls over here, voice commands as well as your Bluetooth controls. And you also have these quadrants here used for your information display up there. And down here you also have your audio volume right there as well. So taking a look at the gauges, really good looking gauges here. There's a little bit of glare, but I don't know if it's just the trick of a camera because I'm not really seeing any glare in person here, but really nice big gauges. RPM and speedometer are both analog gauges, and then you have a bunch of different gauges up there for the auxiliary gauges. You have a couple of temperature gauges, your battery voltage, and as well as your gas. Now if we're looking over here, this is our main screen. It's an 8-inch touchscreen MyLink system, and it's a really good looking system. It's kind of like popping out from the dash. It's pretty cool. So we can go ahead and look at some of the features here. Just have the audio screen, you have your presets down here, you also have your menus up there as well. Going back to home, we have your phone screen. Also have projection that has to do with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. OnStar navigation. You also have all your different settings. I'm going to go ahead and just go through them. You can go ahead and pause the video whenever you like. You have text, OnStar, lighting. So you have a bunch of different ambient lighting, which is really cool, which will show up really neat at night. Doesn't really show up right now, but really cool there. But last thing I saved for is the performance data recorder. Now, this is a really cool system and I definitely recommend. What this thing does is it's kind of like a GoPro, but it's actually on the vehicle, and it will show you all kinds of performance settings, such as your speed, your RPM, your steering angle, what gear you're in. So it's really cool for on track. And you could almost use it as a dash cam for when you're regularly driving. You also have your presets up there if you press that arrow right here. So nice system overall. You can also see you have the exterior temperature. It's pretty cold out today. Your time, and you also have Wi-Fi in this vehicle. Down here you have a bunch of repetitive buttons. There's a back button right there. Down here you have a single zone climate control. It's pretty cool because you can adjust the temperatures with this knob right here and adjust its fan speed with this knob right here. Front and rear defrost. You have your different air zones right there. You also have recycling there as well. You have your hazards down here. And coming down here we have our 6-speed manual gearbox. Now an 8-speed automatic is available on all of your automatic trims, but for now we have this 8-speed, or 6-speed rather, manual. And of course when you put it into reverse your backup camera will show up, but the car's not on right now. Taking a look down here, we have traction control off, and this is your mode select, which is pretty cool. It'll of course adjust the dampers, and depending on what mode you're in, it'll open up the exhaust valves. You also have the electronic parking brake right here, and a 12-volt power outlet. A couple of cup holders there. And opening up the center console, we have a little bit of storage. We also have 2 USB and an auxiliary inlet there. But it is nice. It's pretty soft. It's got some nice stitching on there as well. But overall, really nice interior. Just sitting in this car for a few minutes, these seats really hug me in nicely. So up here we have some visors with a mirror and lights, like LED lights as well. More LED illumination. You have passenger airbag off. You have a really nice frameless mirror with your SOS and OnStar controls. Another thing I wanted to point out, these suede knee pads over here and over here are an option as well. So now let's go ahead and check out what the rear seat looks like. Now, getting in the rear seat is as simple as pulling this lever back. The seat will go forward, and you can see the seats back there. Now, there's not a whole lot of room back there as you would expect, but the seats are very nice quality. You have leather in the center, and the seats do fold down so you have extra storage. You can have a speaker back there. But now let's go ahead and check out the passenger area. Alright, so checking out the inside, of course you have the smart key access. And your glass slides down again. And pretty much the same as the driver's door, just a few less buttons. Of course your lock, unlock, window switch. Your speaker, a little bit of storage, some nice bright work. You also have these pretty durable sills here to say Camaro on it. Now again, your Recaro performance seat, they are powered on the passenger side as well. But taking a look at the glove box, I do have to say it's pretty mediocre size, but hey, what do you expect? You're driving a Camaro. You don't buy a Camaro to clutter it up. But now let's go ahead and check out the trunk space. So you can pop the trunk a few different ways. You can either use the key fob, the button on the driver's door, or there is a little button right here next to the backup camera. Kind of pops it open. And of course you lift up to open the trunk. So you have around 9 cubic feet back here of storage. Lifting up this mat, you have some connections and stuff going on back here. And of course you can fold the seats again. Now to end this video, sadly, I hope you enjoyed this review just as much as I did, and I hope you catch us next time for the next review. Thanks for watching.